News. We're going to talk about how Mortal Kombat 12 can make Cole Young better than the Mortal Kombat movie. Now, Cole Young from the Mortal Kombat movie did not impress many fans, if I'm being honest. However, he could improve if they brought him into the next installment of the game. Now, at first I was completely against it, but after a while I'm like, listen, we need new characters. We complain about not getting new characters, but as soon as they start creating new content, we turn around and complain about why you're not making new content. So it stops here today. So let's go ahead and just move forward with it. Now I'm gonna be honest, if Cole Young from the Mortal Kombat movie is added to Mortal Kombat 12, then maybe Netherrealm will have plenty of work to do in order to make him a better character. Now, Cole does lack several traits that most popular Mortal Kombat characters alumni have in their, up their sleeves. And that works to determine, although he is not completely inviable as a character, he needs more development, much more development. That movie did not do him much justice. Now, Cole was considered to be the movie's weakest aspect by several fans, including myself. Now, being an original character, playing the protagonist in a film based on a popular game franchise, he had to deal with a negative stigma from the start, and that was very hard to overcome. Now, while not outright horrible, he still lacked anything truthfully special and ultimately proves too weak that some argue Cole should be killed off in the sequel. I think that's something we all would like to see. Now, the game appearance could fill those holes in his character and make him a genuinely solid addition to the roster, guys. I mean, we gotta give him a chance. I know I said not to give him a chance, but let's give him a chance, because there are few areas that Cole's need to be worked on in order to be a good Mortal Kombat character, and all of them can be believably achieved. He may be starting in a not so cool position by leading an entire movie, but Netherrealm has made great characters before, right? And they can do so again with this new universe they creating with Mortal Kombat 12. Now, with the proper build-up, Cole Young can be another engaging member of the Mortal Kombat roster. Look what they did with Takeda and Kung Jin and Jackie and Cassie. They did a fantastic job. Now, every character in Mortal Kombat has their own recognizable fighting style, right? For example, Jax has the mechanically enhanced boxing. Melina has lightning fast kicks and them side strikes. And Shiva, she's a powerhouse brawler. But Cole, on the other hand, is a fairly average fist fighter without anything special about his technique. Like, they would have been better off putting Cobra as the main character in the movie, because they're no different. But where Cole Young does have a chance to stand out is his power. Now, for those of you that don't know, Cole has the power to manifest armor as well as a pair of tonfas. Now, if we being honest, them tonfas do remind me of Takeda. Now, making heavy use of these would be key to giving him an interesting moveset in Mortal Kombat 12. Well, Cole could replace his pedestrian fisticuffs with a variety of tonfa techniques. Just think about it. I mean, although with him still being new and all to the weapons, his swings will likely use more brute force than finesse. And to be honest, in addition, with his armor's ability to absorb blows and redirect that energy, he could make use of a few counter abilities too, giving him a gimmick of being a more defensive fighter. And I can't really think of another character that has been a defensive fighter, if we're being honest. Now, lacking his own identity as a fighter definitely plagued the movie and plagued him. It plagued Cole for the most of Mortal Kombat 12's, or I should say Mortal Kombat the movies, runtime. It really did. So focusing on his more unique talents will help him stand out in a good way. His tonfas and weaponized armors are a combo that no other character in the series has, so they will help him find his identity with the Mortal Kombat tournament still happening after the film. Listen, Cole will need his own signature fighting style to stand a chance. We just gonna be honest and call that out. That's just what it is. They need to show more competence when it's coming or related to Cole Young. Now, one of the major things that held Cole back in the Mortal Kombat movie is the fact that he seemed like the most incompetent character in the cast by a wide margin. The series is full of powerful and dangerous fighters who can convincingly pose the threat to each other. Even Resident Funny man Johnny Cage is a serious competitor in a fight. He'll shadow kick you in the next week. However, when it comes to Cole Young is easily a few steps behind the rest of the cast in battle, so he desperately needs an injection of competence in Mortal Kombat 12 to be taken seriously if they're gonna put him in. Him defeating Goro was just unbelievable as hell. Like, it needs to be stated that in the movie, Cole is a mediocre fighter. Cole first scene may have foreshadowed his powers, but it didn't show him to be anything special other than a MMA fighter. Before joining the Earthrealm champions, he was a poor fighter with little skill. Once he starts fighting members of Mortal Kombat, he continues to perform poorly. Even after gaining his armor and tonfas, they still put hands and feet on this man. He does not impress in his fights, at least on his own he don't. Frequently needing help to win, like his wife, his family had to help him, like that's mad embarrassing. But if he is in Mortal Kombat 12, then Cole needs some time to show that he has improved his skills and can fight on even ground with others. I'm talking about with the monks, with the sorcerers, I said the sorcerers, y'all, with the sorcerers and the other people that are in the Mortal Kombat universe. Cole has a serious lack of credibility as a fighter, and that's not hard to see, and that will absolutely need to be addressed in Mortal Kombat 12. He needs to be portrayed as someone who can actually win a fight on his own. Otherwise, he simply cannot be taken serious. If Cole can't be improved in this regard, then maybe Mortal Kombat 12 doesn't need Cole Young to begin with, you know? Cole needs to fit better into the Mortal Kombat universe. That's just the truth. Admittedly, Cole already has a connection to the Mortal Kombat, history, being a descendant of Scorpion. Do you know how huge that is to be a descendant of Scorpion? Come on now. He has the issue that he doesn't really feel like a Mortal Kombat character. Although this may be the point with him basically being an outsider that was drawn into the tournament, it creates a bit of a barrier between him and the rest of the cast. He doesn't feel like he belongs, and Mortal Kombat 12 could seek to change that. That would help with a lot of things, because Cole is largely reactive as a character. He is a character who, much like the audience, is just being introduced to the world of Mortal Kombat and trying to comprehend it. However, this is a role that could have easily been filled by Johnny Cage to avoid all of this BS, who was absent from the first film, for those of you that haven't watched it yet. Now, unfortunately, outside of his love for his wife and daughter, Cole doesn't have an especially established personality at all. He does not. Cole may be Scorpion's descendant, but he lacks his ancestors' charismas, coolness factor. He lacks all of that. Now, if brought into Mortal Kombat 12, Cole absolutely needs a stronger personality, or else he would be completely ignored. Like, just think about what they can do with him as far as intros and stuff. Now, one good way to flesh out Cole's personality would be through further interaction with other characters. He needs to show more agency and become a distinct character of his own, rather than a bland fighter in a cast of vibrant and interesting characters. Netherrealm could make him more interesting, or even constantly surprised by the absurdity he is now a part of. Now, he needs something to make him interesting. Like I said, maybe a change of personality could do the trick. Cole Young, a Mortal Kombat protagonist, and he has to live up to that title, something like that. Now, as Mortal Kombat newest character, Cole does have a lot to live up to on a serious level. The game already has a rich selection of characters and a not especially popular newcomer. He is not popular on the welcoming forefront. It will take a lot for him to live up to that legacy. However, with Mortal Kombat 12 being as hyped as it is, if Netherrealm does decide to include Cole, it would be wise to work on the aforementioned traits. He need to work on those ASAP. Now, I want to pass this question off you guys in the comment section below. Would you like to see Cole Young in MK12? I really want your thoughts, so get in the comments, write some good comments, write me a book, a thesis. I'm gonna read it, I'm gonna respond to it, because we need to discuss this Cole Young situation as soon as freaking possible. possible, sound off in the comments, because they do have the opportunity to do some cool stuff with him. They really do. But I'll catch you guys in the next one.